I'm Bill S. Preston, Esquire. And I say something else. So getting underway. They can't see that, so I need to turn it around. We've got the little plastic interference. No, that's bollocks. It's too tight. Can't get it to go that way enough. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I've got for you what I think is the best value drive-away awning that you can get for your van. So in this video we're going to take a look at the awning itself, some bits and pieces I've got to go with it which I think are probably essential, and we're going to get it out of the bag and set it all up so you can see for yourselves what I'm talking about. So I've been thinking about maybe getting an awning for quite some time. Previously, when we've gone away, I've used a pop-up gazebo, which I've used successfully for quite some time, and that works absolutely fine. But for me, for those longer stays, maybe sort of 3 or 4 days, or maybe you're going with a group and you need some extra space and storage, a driveway awning would seem to be the best answer to that. So this is my first one, so hopefully it's going to do everything that we want it to do. So this will be my first driveway awning. I've never had one before. But hopefully it's going to do exactly what we want, give us that extra storage, extra protection if the rain's not so good, and just a bit nicer setup for when you're away for maybe 3, 4 or more days in a row. So a driveway awning is all good, but we need an awning rail to attach it to on the van. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump to Kev in the garage, and I'm going to talk to you about the awning rail, which you can see just above you there. Cheers to the throwback Kev at the van. So this is Kev at the garage. What I've got is the awning rail that we're using. I've got it from Amazon. You can get it from them directly, I think, as well. It's an Old Pro, so oldproshop.com. Put it along there and the link down below for this railing. So this awning rail, it comes in 3 lengths, 1 metre length each. It's aluminium. It's got the, get this in focus, it's the C channel there. You can see it's pre-drilled with some holes and comes. So it also comes with some hardware, some self-tappers for you to attach it to the van. So this is where I'm going to be slightly different in two ways. Number one, it's bare aluminium, which I think looks fine, but my van is blue, as you know, and we've got the black windows, the black bumpers, and the black trim and all the rest of it. So I'm actually going to paint these before I fit them to the van. So all I'm going to do is give them a quick key up with a scouring pad, use some etch primer on it, and then some black paint over the top, just to make it matching with the rest of the van a bit more. You've seen me do that loads of times, so I'm pretty sure you don't want me to go through that process again. The other difference is I'm actually not super keen, although I don't suppose it matters, but I don't really want to drill all the holes in the side of the van. Not because I can't, not because I haven't already. It's just that I really don't think it necessarily needs that. So I'm going to try this out. This is 3M 5952F. It's a VHB tape, which is very high bond. Now this stuff is supposed to stick everything to everything. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to get them painted, and then I'm going to fit this tape to the back of it, and then we're going to follow instructions on here when we actually stick it to the van, and we'll try it out on our next outing, on our next Hidden Gems video, which is coming up soon. So we'll try it out there, and I can always add the screws if I don't think it's going to hold, but to be honest with you, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. So let's get on with that. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Well, I said I wouldn't, but I have anyway, so sorry about that. That's them all etched, ready to go. So just let that dry, coat of the black, and we're done. Right, that's them with a nice coating of black paint. That should protect it and blend it in with the van a bit better. So once we do that, we're going to leave it over at night here to dry, and we'll jump back to the other Kev at the van. So anyway, thanks for Kev in the garage for telling us what we're doing with the awning. As you can see, I've got to the point where I've stuck it with the 3M VHB to the van. It's all looking pretty good. I've still got the tape on there from last night, because in the guidance with the 3M tape, it said to compress it, make sure it's stuck on, and then tape it for 24 hours, and it's been about 24 hours. And to be honest, it feels good and solid, so I'm going to take that tape off to allow us to carry on with the video and set up this awning for you. So I've trawled the internet, had a look around and see what was available on the market, and I've come up with this as my choice. This is the SunnCamp Motor Buddy 250. Now, the reason we've gone for this one is it's got some key features, which I'll pop up on the screen as well, but you'll be able to see, I'll show you them in just a second. So, one of the key things for me is that it's 6,000 hydrostatic head, so waterproof. It's also flame retardant to British standards, which is one of the concerns I had around sort of buying random Amazon ones, which you can get a bit cheaper than this. These are also warranted. They've got taped seams and heavy duty zips. So we should have everything we need to make this a good install. Now, in addition to the actual awning itself, I've also got some accessories to go with it. This one is the breathable ground sheet. So this will just go and protect the sort of carpet area of the awning and keep that all nice and easy to clean. So it's very lightweight and breathable, so it won't damage any grass either. So the part number I shall put in the description along with it, but it's DT0056. So another accessory that I've got along with it, I've also got the canopy pole set. I'll put the number down below for you as well. So this really, the front door of the awning will roll up, or you can peg it out and have a basically a little rainproof canopy there for a little bit of extra protection and stuff. But you do need a pole kit for it. Now, I think any generic pole kit would work, but this one is branded and designed specifically for the awning that we're using, so we're going to go with that one. So the final accessory that we've got is the drive away kit. Now, this consists of the two plastic kind of joiner pieces and a Kadar fabric strip, which it's got a little bead in the end of it, which you attach to your awning rail and then attach to your tent. And then the plastic bits you pull out to kind of disconnect and connect it to your vehicle. But we'll get into that in a bit. So I got those accessories all at the same time. Now, they're available actually from SunnCamp themselves directly. Again, I'll put the link in the bottom, and many other suppliers. But the supplier I went for was Shore, which again, I'll put the link and all the details down below. And simply I went to them because they had everything available in stock and was able to send to me at the same time. So I didn't have to order from random different places, but most of these parts are available from several different suppliers. You can get them from Amazon or eBay or perhaps anywhere else. But yeah, for me, it was just convenient because it was all together, and Shore have got a fantastic reputation in the UK for camping and supplying goods. Right, so this is the box it comes in, the Motor Buddy 250. One thing I didn't mention earlier when I was talking about the specs, this one, you can get two heights. You can get like a shorter van one or a taller van one. So the shorter van would be like a Transit Custom, like a VW Transporter, that sort of height. And then you've got the one up to 240 centimetres, which would cover vans like myself, like the Master or the Movano, or perhaps one of the Citroen vans and things like that. So there are two heights, so just be careful when ordering. But just to go through again, what we've got, it comes in this nice box. It's all in a bag inside. It's got all the features here on the front, all there ready, which we've talked about. So just to get it out of the bag and see what we've got. I did actually notice when reading the front of the box, I believe it actually had some figure of 8 plastic connectors in here. So depending on whether or not you've had a drive away awning before, you may not need to order the separate awning drive away kit as I did. I didn't have that, so I definitely needed it. You may not, so just double check that because you might be able to save yourself some money there. So here's some of the canvas bag. Thankfully, it's not kind of jammed in there solid, which means you've got half a chance to get it back in the bag after you've used it. So you've got the two zips up there, two tension straps just to nip it together. Also, in the side here, we've got some handy printed instructions, which feel like they will probably stand getting a little damp every now and again, which is good. They kind of got like a shiny sort of feel to them, so that's good. And also, there's a little contents bag here with some repair pieces. So there's a couple of bits of fabric for the tent itself and the ground sheet, and some toggles and some glue and things like that. So that's nice to include. I didn't know that came with it. So let's get into the bag itself. As I said, nice roomy bag. It's the tent itself and a couple of restraining straps there to help you when you're rolling it back up and together. So let's get this rolled out on the grass and see what we've got. So out of the bag, just taking off the little kind of stays, the little ties. It's unrolling, rolled up nicely. Material actually feels pretty nice, quite robust, I would say. So inside we've got a bag of pegs. And I was right, they do have these grey sort of drive-away connectors. So like I said, watch out for that because you may or may not need to order the extra kit that I did. But so it comes with it, which is really nice. And these are the poles to set the actual tent up. This is a poled awning, so there's 2 fiberglass poles on this. So we just need to get this unfolded and then set out on the floor. So that's the awning itself basically set up. We haven't pegged anything down or put it in a permanent position. As I said, it's our first time doing this one, and it's pretty easy, to be honest. I think the second time round will be much faster doing it. So you can see the basic shape and the size. I think it's pretty good. I've just rolled up a window there to give us some more space. What we are going to do is I'm going to attach it to the van in just a minute or two. But we've got a gap here where we're doing this test where the grass is higher in the van. So it may not be a perfect connection to the van, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and show you that the best I can in just a second. Once that's all hooked up, well, I'll open up all the doors and we'll get a look inside and see what it looks like. Right, so I've got the van as close to the canopy as possible. There is going to be a bit of a gap, but I'll just show you and demonstrate what it is we're going to be doing with it. So this is the KDAR strip, I think it's called. So we use this strip to interface between the awning rail at the top and the sewn in figure of 8 here, and we use the plastic things to kind of join them all together. But first off, we'll get this strip slid in. Just like that. So with the KDAR strip up in the awning rail above, as we've just done, you get the little plastic strips, and you're going to use this to interface between the tent seam and the KDAR strip that we just put in. So we just slide this on and down. Like so. We'll slide another one on as well, and we'll join them up together, and then we're going to try and attach it to the rail and see what we get. Now, like I said, we can't join it to the van 100% properly, but you can get an idea of the space that we've got in here with that, with the doors open, and you come through and you've got your nice tunnel around your door. So that gives you the nice tunnel coverage over your sliding door, down the sides. Obviously everything will be pegged back on site when we do it properly. But the height difference is making it a little tricky to kind of get you a good demo of what it looks like. But we've got opening windows and a mozzie net this side. This window is open here, and we've got the canopy out front as well. So it gives you loads and loads of living space in here. So there's our little video of the Sun Pro Motor Buddy 250. Like I said, when we get it out and we've got the proper conditions, we can set it up just about perfect. But this gives us a great idea of what we're going to be doing when we get on site next time. I'm quite pleased with it. Like I said, the spacious inside area, the 2.5, gives you plenty of room for chairs and things like that in the evening. We've got the windows both sides with the mozzie nets and all like that. The canopy door, which is going to be great, and a nice big access into the actual van with the sliding door open. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased, especially for the price point. I mean, you do shop around if you're looking for it, but you can see it as low as £180 UK. If you look around, like I said, Towshore will be a good supplier for that anyway. But like I said, that's our awning. We'll get it set up next time we're out, when we're doing our next video, and hopefully you'll see it then in more of its glory. But any comments, any questions, put them down below. If you'd like the video, please click on the like button and share it if you could. That would be great. And if you haven't subscribed, please, if you found this useful, subscribe to the channel, because we do all sorts of things in and around the sort of camping area. But with that said, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.